Victor makes his way into the woods with a pistol at the ready as he prepares to shoot the monster. As he goes deeper in, he sees a fire burning where the creature is now sat with a long hood and cloak on. Frankenstein puts out his pistol, and then the creature tells him, "You can save your bullets. I wish no harm on you." Frankenstein then walks around and sees the creature face to face. Horrified at its look, he then says, "You can speak." "I can do a lot of things. I learned it all by myself and from people from a distance. I learned to play this recorder. I learned how to read and speak and write. I can think. But I also now know that you made me, as of this journal here. And also I've read another book, the Holy Bible, as I've learned about man and many things with its Christianic religion. You killed my brother and scared his newly wedded wife to death." "Yes, I did, didn't I? You know why? Because I was angry. Angry at you for rejecting me, for not taking responsibility for me. I didn't know how to channel that anger because you never taught me. So I did things in a way that I could do them. I killed William. And I felt some remorse and guilt for it, but also a sense of satisfaction knowing that that will hurt you terribly. Don't you fucking speak. Don't you say my brother's name. What do you want?" "What do I want?" said the creature. "To exist. I want purpose in life. I want to just live and love." "What are you asking from me?" said Frankenstein. "I want you to make me a companion, a female of what I am. Make me a companion, and I will then go away, far away from you. You will never have to see me again, and you can live your life however you wish." "You want me to make you a bride?" "Yes." "Do it for me, and what if I refuse?" said Victor. "You'll do it. What if I refuse?" "Then there will be consequences for your actions again, as I am that, a consequence of your actions. I'll get you the materials. I assume you still have the equipment you used to make me. If it rights this wrong, if you give me your word and leave, I'll do it." "Excellent. You know, I've grown fascinated with the story in the Bible of the Garden of Eden. Adam ripped out one of his ribs, or God did, and God made him his companion with that rib. Here, the creature then hands Frankenstein a rib that he tore out from his own ribs, and then puts out the fire and collects everything, and then says, "You're doing the right thing by me, Victor. You just do what you said, and I'll keep my end of the deal." Later, Victor starts to put his equipment together in his machine, telling Elizabeth to stay out, and Igor asking him, "Why are you putting together this machine again? I thought you was done with all this." The creature spoke to me. It did it? Yes. Wants me to make it a companion, a bride. But I thought you said this was an act of God, an act against God. I know, but he promises to leave me be. And if it takes that to do it, then I will do it. As Victor leaves his lab, Elizabeth asks him, "Victor, what are you doing? Why are you not telling me anything?" "Look, I have to do something for someone. And then after this, I promise I'll marry you and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Just right now, I need to correct an error in my judgment." Victor then has the lab ready, hoping for a stormy night. Then the creature, he digs up the grave of Justine and also digs up another dead woman's grave to get a head and other things needed. The creature brings back several bodies, that of Justine, and when Victor sees it, he says, "What the fuck? She's only just been dead not long enough." "The materials, remember, and they're fresh. You can make my bride out of beautiful Justine here." "Oh no, this is sick. I can't bring back my brother's dead wife. I can't do this. I won't do this. I refuse." "Now you think very carefully about what you're saying, Victor. I warn you." "Is this the creation?" as Igor walks in. "Wow, look at you. You are actually talking, forming sentences. I see that you was there that night I was born. I'm gonna kill you. I'll kill you because I've made many mistakes in my time. I've made many regrets, but the one thing that I regret the most is you. I regret making you. I regret creating you, the monster. You will pay for this, Frankenstein." The creature then runs and jumps out the window and runs into the woods. Then Victor vows to go out. But then Elizabeth tells him, "Victor, please, I want to know. What is this you're doing?" "I'm not doing anything. But I know who killed William. And I need to find him and bring him to justice. Elizabeth, marry me. Marry me now. We can call in the priest, he can marry us. I want to be your husband more than anything, and I feel once we are wedded, I can be faithful and truthfully honest with you." "Oh, Victor, I don't know what to say. Just say yes. And we can celebrate and enjoy it all later when we've brought this monster down." "Okay, then, yes. Igor, go to the church and bring me the priest. Tell him that it's an emergency wedding." Victor's father then comes down saying, "You want to get wedded tonight?" Yes, father. Well, I suppose you have my blessing. Some good has to come out of what's happened recently in this family. You both have my approval. The priest marries Victor and Elizabeth, and they kiss. Then Victor calls a hunting party, telling them, I know who has killed my brother, and we must hunt him. Kill him if we must, but either way I will have justice for my brother's death, and that of his wife's. Then lightning is heard, thunder. The storm's coming, Victor, my love. I know, Elizabeth. We'll find this monster. I know we will. Then Victor and the hunting party go off and ride into the woods, looking for the creature. Meanwhile, Victor's father, Mr. Frankenstein, sits in his armchair. Then he hears someone saying, Who's there? Can't be the staff. I dismissed them to assist my son. Come on, who is it? The creature then steps into the light, saying, You must be Victor's father, which makes you technically my grandfather. What the... Then, as he's about to call out for help, the creature stops him, holds him still, and, unable to be aware of his own strength, breaks his neck, killing him. I'm sorry it's had to come to this. He then lays Father Frankenstein on his bed and swears revenge on Victor. As the night draws on and the storm increases, one of the men insists that they turn in for the night and hope to find this menace in the morning, and insists that Victor goes to romance his wife. Agreeing to this, they then go to a small inn where Victor and Elizabeth plan to consummate their marriage. Then, as they are kissing, they then hear the sound of a startled horse. Victor then says to Elizabeth, Stay here and lock the door. I'll be right back. But Victor, no. I need to see what that was with the horse. Victor then leaves the room, and Elizabeth locks the door behind him. And then Elizabeth turns around and is startled as she sees the window open and a tall hooded figure standing in the corner. She says, How long have you been standing there? Come on, who is it? Don't bother trying to scream. You're him, aren't you? The one who Victor's looking for. Did you kill his brother, William? I did. But it was all because of him. What do you mean, because of him? Has he been truthful to you? He's my husband. I am willing to listen to what he has to say, yes. Come into the light. I don't think that would be wise. Step into the light. I can't. I'm hideous. Step into the light, or I will scream. The creature then steps into the light as lightning flashes. Elizabeth looks in horror at what she sees before her, the creature, saying, Oh, my lord, who are you?
What are you?
I am a creation, rejected by the man that made me. His name is Victor Frankenstein.
What?
He made me in his laboratory where I was somewhere, Geneva I think it was.
He said he had a scientific breakthrough that he had to put first and wished he'd never done it. Please tell me you're not that.
I am that. I am made out of killers and murderers and thieves. One half of my brain, I think, belonged to a mental patient, another half of my brain, a predatory person. I have the heart of a serial killer, the stomach of a starving thief. I feel everything of all these people I once were, that Victor has fused together to make me. My life force is a lightning storm. Kind of like tonight.
Victor made you.
He created me a new form of life.
A new form of life? But only God can be the one to create new life.
And because he knew that, he rejected me. He made me, and then he just threw me out as a failed experiment. But I learned everything. I learned to be aware.
I'm sorry for what he's done to you, to me, to us both. But you are an abomination. Victor is trying to right his wrong, and if he must kill you because you're not supposed to exist.
Back in the stables, one of the men says, "Oh, the horse got startled by something, I don't know what. It's all fine though, Dr. Frankenstein. Now why don't you go back to your wife?" Then Victor says, "Oh my God, Elizabeth!" as he screams out shouting, running back to the inn.
Please, I will scream. I warn you.
Then Elizabeth manages to grab a candle and drive it into the creature's arm. Not feeling the pain, he says, "I don't feel pain. Only that of an emotional pain." Then Victor goes up to the door, banging on it, shouting, "Elizabeth, open the door." Banging on the door, he then starts to kick it and manages to break the door down. Then the creature grabs Elizabeth and Victor shouts, "Let her go!" "Let her go now. I always keep my promises, as you should have kept yours." The creature then drives his hand into her stomach and tears her from her stomach right up to her shoulder as she falls apart in half. The creature then grabs Elizabeth's heart and crushes it as he jumps out the window. Victor cries in denial and grief. He then takes Elizabeth's body back to his estate, where he then gets her body, decapitates it, and then sews her head onto the body of Justine. And Igor says, "You can't do this, Victor. Remember what happened last time? No, I'm bringing her back. I've lost too many people. But your father, I need to tell you something about him. He is dead." "What?" "His neck was broken. I think the creature got to him. Then I truly have no one left. This is why I have to bring back Elizabeth.
with or without your assistance.
You helped me when I was in great dire need. I shall help you, but I still think this is a bad idea.
Victor then sets the machine up and is lucky enough to get that lightning strike. He then manages to jolt Elizabeth back, now pale and her head on the body of another woman. He then says, "She's alive. She's alive. She's here."
Oh Lord, what have we done? I cannot be part of this anymore.
You've done your work for me. You're dismissed.
Very well, Victor.
Victor then takes Elizabeth to the hall of his house and says, "Say my name. Come on, who am I? You know who I am. You're my bride. This is our night, the night of the bride." Victor then waltzes around with her, waltzing and dancing as the bride, newly born, looks around and grunts. Then the creature stands looking at her, saying,
"She's perfect. She is beautiful.
You stay away from her. You hear me? You stay the fuck away.
She's mine."
No, she is mine." The creature then grabs one of her arms and Victor grabs her other as they fight over her. Then the bride screams, having them let her go. She then looks at Victor and says, "Victor?" Then looks at herself in a mirror as she's horrified at what Victor's done, what she has become and what he has done, screaming and being in horror and shock. She then grabs a lantern and smashes it, setting herself ablaze. Victor crying out, "No!" She then burns and the house catches fire. Igor then appears and says, "What is going on? We need to get out of here."
"Oh yes, we do.
"What are you doing? I need to save my wife."
She is not your wife. She is gone."
"She is alive." Then Igor drags Victor out of the house as it all catches light. The creature also escapes. Then, as the house burns and becomes engulfed in flame, Victor on his knees, Igor then says,
"I'm sorry for everything that has happened to you, Victor. Truly I am."
"I'm sorry, Igor, but I need to be alone. I don't require your services anymore."
"Okay, I see.
"But I do need to reward you for your efforts. I will pay you greatly for this, for everything you've done for me."
I'd like to thank you for giving me meaning. What are you going to do?"
"I'm going to hunt down that abomination, kill him, and I will show no mercy."
"I shall go to Paris. With the money you've given me, I can
Go there and start a new life. I hear there are a lot of gypsies that take people in. I might go there. You do whatever you like, Igor. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, Victor. Then Victor arms himself with his pistol. No longer having anything left to lose, he swears revenge on the creature and then begins his pursuit, chasing the creature over the mountains, across the seas, and eventually seeing that the creature has fled all the way to the North Pole. Victor vows to end him. Then, as we cut back to the ship, where Victor is telling his story to the captain of the ship, he then says, "And then I ended up here. I'm just tired now. So tired." Victor succumbs to the cold and dies. Then Captain Walton then comes out of his cabin. His crewmen say, "So what happened to him, sir?" "He was a bit doolally, insane, saying he created a new life form, a creature or something. I guess it's the isolation from being out here." "So what are we going to do with him?" He just died." "He's dead?" "Seems the cold was too much for him. I think once the ice starts to break up, we should leave." Then a scream is heard. Then the captain and his crew quickly retreat into the cabin, where the captain looks and sees the creature grieving as he cradles Frankenstein in his arms. One of the sailors say, "The fuck is that?" I can't believe it, he was telling the truth. Then Captain Walton goes up to him and says, "Who are you? Do you have a name?" The creature then says, "He never gave me a name. He was my father." Then the crew then build a grave for Frankenstein, preparing to burn him. One of the crew saying, "Must this thing be here? It is his maker. He should bear witness." As they mourn Victor Frankenstein and are about to burn him, the ice starts to break. The ice begins to break and the crew quickly get back on the ship. As for the creature, he falls into the water, but manages to climb back onto the ice where the torch is still burning. The captain then tells the creature, "Come with us. I am done with humanity." The creature then sets Victor's body alight and drifts further and further away from the ship. Then one of the sailors says, "What should we do now, sir?" "Home. We go home." "But what about that thing?" He says he's done with humans. "I don't know if he'll last out here or not, but we need to go." Then the captain and his crew return home, and as he does in a tavern, he tells his story of Victor Frankenstein and his creation to other sailors and ongoers that find the story to be unbelievable. As Igor, now in France at a gypsy camp, he too tells the story of Victor Frankenstein and the creature. one of the gypsy children asked Igor. Where could this creature be now?
I do not know. I don't even know if either of them are alive. But all I do know is that Frankenstein once had it all, and then he didn't. I'll never forget his generosity to me, though, and his kindness. Now, let us tell another story. A good, warming story, shall we?
Meanwhile, in the North Pole, the creature walks along the icy frostland after Frankenstein's body is burnt up. The creature finds an ice cave where he lights a fire, living in solitude and isolation. He then sees that he has nothing, no purpose, and immune to the cold, he's unable to feel any frostbite, and eventually closes his eyes, where he becomes engulfed in snow and ice. He then wanders out of the ice cave where, during a strong blizzard, he starts to freeze up and then becomes that of a block of ice. Over time, the years and the centuries go by until the year 2025. Some people walking around, digging and searching, then go, "Oh, I think we found something here. Do you think it could be? I think it might be. What we've been searching for all these years." Call Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Grey, whatever. Just phone Prodigum and tell them that we're going to begin to dig as we think we've found it. They then start to dig the creature out of the ice, which is now in a quarry. In the Arctic, a helicopter lands, and stepping out of it in a winter coat is a man with long, dark, shoulder-length hair, a small triangular beard on his chin, and a mustache. He then makes the phone call, saying, "Dr. Jekyll, we've found it." Then, digging in the ice, we see it frozen, the creature. Then, the next morning, many days later, the creature then wakes up, looking at his surroundings, wondering where he is, saying, "Where am I?" The creature then gets up off the bed. Then he hears a voice saying, "You all right? Listen, we need to know if you pose a threat or not."
What? What is this? Where am I?
"Do you have a name?"
I don't have a name. I'm no one.
Then the voice again asks, "Do you mean any harm?"
I don't. I just want to be left alone.
Then the creature sees a door open, where a man walks in.
"Were you the man talking to me?"
"I was. My name is Dr. Henry Jekyll. Can you tell me what year you last remember it being?"
"I don't know, 1796, 1797, I'm not sure. Why, what's happened?"
"We found you in the North Pole. You've been asleep for at least 230 years. The year is 2025 AD. You're in the 21st century and you're in a secret facility called Prodigum. Are you going to be all right?
Yes, it's just I wondered what happened. But why am I here?